life affairs, where the truth hides in the shadows.
Days before the murders, the family began hearing footsteps in the attic. Strange footprints appeared in the snow leading toward the farmhouse, but none leading back out. Their maid became so terrified that she quit the job, claiming the house was haunted. Then, in March 1922, everyone living on the farm was murdered, and investigators would later discover something even more disturbing. Someone appeared to be living inside the house after the killings. The Hinterkaifeck farm was located in rural Germany, surrounded by forest and isolated farmland. The Gruber family lived there quietly for years. But in the days leading up to the murders, strange things began happening. The family discovered unfamiliar footprints in the snow leading from the forest toward the farmhouse. But investigators later noted something terrifying. There were no footprints leading back into the forest. Then came the sounds, footsteps in the attic, noises at night, and objects around the house appearing out of place. The family also noticed that a key to the house had gone missing. Soon after, their maid suddenly quit. According to reports, she believed the house was haunted. A new maid arrived only hours before the murders took place. On the night of the 31st of March 1922, something horrific happened inside the farmhouse. One by one, members of the family were lured into the barn. There, they were murdered with a mattock, a farming tool similar to a pickaxe. The victims included Andreas Gruber, his wife Cecilia, their daughter Victoria, and her young daughter. The new maid and a small child were later discovered murdered inside the house as well. The scene shocked investigators. But what disturbed them most was what appeared to happen afterward. The animals had been fed. Food had been eaten. Smoke continued rising from the chimney. Someone had stayed inside the farmhouse after the murders. Police soon arrived at Hinterkaifeck, but despite the horrifying scene, the investigation quickly became chaotic. Dozens of people walked through the crime scene before it could be secured. Potential evidence was accidentally destroyed. And although several suspects emerged over the years, none were ever convicted. Some believed the killer was someone known to the family. Others suspected robbery. And some theories suggested the murderer may have secretly lived near the farm for days before the attack. One suspect in particular drew attention, Carl Gabriel, Victoria's supposedly deceased husband. But no theory was ever fully proven. And the murders slowly became one of Germany's most disturbing unsolved mysteries. More than a century later, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain unsolved. The original farmhouse was eventually demolished, but the mystery never disappeared. Even today, investigators, historians, and internet communities continue debating what really happened inside that isolated farmhouse in 1922. Was the killer hiding nearby? Did the family unknowingly invite danger into their home? Or was someone secretly living inside the farmhouse long before the murders occurred? No one truly knows. And perhaps that uncertainty is what continues haunting people more than 100 years later.